Good morning, guys. So it's a beautiful morning. I already been to the advanced auto parts, and thank you to my homeboys over there to hook you up like always. Today we are taking the motor finally out of this car and putting that motor right there. Let me tell you something, it's very hard to find parts for this car, especially an original motor. Thanks to my boy Tony, I got that one. Pretty good shape. You saw it last night, guys, with no light. There's a lot of light on it. Look at that, looks pretty good. I do have the spark plugs, wires, cap and rotors for this vehicle. I also got an oil, coolant, and oil pan gasket just in case I need to replace it. So, with that said, I'm going to start dismantling this real quick and taking all that. Remember, hit like, hit share, guys, subscribe. This car haven't run in over, this motor hasn't run over 20 years. We're about to get it running with that one. So, with that said, I'm about to take this baby lid on, and we have it out there. I'm going to put it first there, and then I'm going to do the box cover gasket and all that stuff when we have the motor in the car. For now, we're gonna start taking all this apart, taking everything gently out, and hopefully nothing breaks. Stay tuned for this. Alright, guys, so first thing to do here, disconnect everything without breaking it. I've done that so far. I got the cable right here, battery box is out of the way. My next step is going to be taking that motor mount off. As soon as the motor mount is loose, that's great. Take the bracket out, and then I want to move out this way. I'm going to take out the headers, whatever you want to call them, intake, whatever. I want to disconnect the coolant right here, the bottom one. And I want to take this out of here, so we got enough space to remove the alternator out of the way. And then when I do that, then I lift the car in the air, go underneath, disconnect the linkage on the other end, disconnect this, take this out, and then as you have enough play to dismantle everything to the floor and drop the motor. And as I have the motor, I have to raise the car up the air, pull it out. Then I can bring this one here on the floor, and then I'll turn around and I'm gonna take this intake manifold and save it, take it off, put that one on, put this one back on, put it back on the vehicle. Hopefully, if the alternator doesn't work, I got an extra one. So let's see what happens, right? All right, guys, it's been almost an hour, and we have an original copper radiator with condition. We got the metal bracket for the AC. We disconnected there's no compressor on the AC, so we disconnected that out. We have to cut two hoses We are right now about to remove that motor mount on the rear. We did remove this one already, and after we do that, we're going to jack up the car high as we can. We can see the hood is off too. That's my brand new tent for when I go to car shows or whatever with the guys. And I decided to use it today because it's getting too hot here in Florida. And every time you see me, we're going to be selling Hot Wheels and stuff like that. So when I stop by, saying hello to us. And that's what we're going to be under the black tent. It looks pretty good. Look. We're bringing this car alive. That's what we're doing today. As soon as we get this baby out, we're gonna go underneath and get everything else out. So if you ever have one of these cars, take the motor to the bottom. Is the easiest, fastest way to do, and get it done like that. All right, guys. Finally, the car is in the air. We're gonna need a motor mount. We got the subframe out. He's also gonna need 2 axles and stuff like that. But motor's out. And the only thing holding this motor basically now is that motor mount and that motor mount over there. And we want to bring it down. As soon as we disconnect the exhaust system, take out the axles and the linkage in the floor. As soon as we do all that, this baby's out ready to get out and go on. And then we can put a new one in. It's gonna be that one right there. We'll put the new one in. I have it all ready to go. Start it up. See what happened. Why not? We're gonna take all the harness outside. We're gonna do everything outside. You guys can see the difference between the motors. We go from there. All right, guys. The moment of truth. We're about to drop the motor underneath. Yeah, you're gonna need an axle. You're gonna need 2 axles. You need a ball joint. You're definitely gonna need door control arms. You're gonna need a complete brake shop. It's an older car. Remember, if you ever buy a car like that, you spend a lot of money rebuilding it. Oh, you got it. All right, so let's gonna put that on top of the thing and right on the, what's I'm gonna call it? Yeah, right there like that. Thanks to my buddy here, we got the motor outside, and then see the engine bay. Woo, 30 years, I mean 20 years park. Took a toll on this car, but our next step right now, we're gonna take that motor forward here, and we are gonna take that motor part from the transmission and everything, and get this baby over here, do the same thing, and then marry it, and then put it back up. And that should take about an hour, let's say, to swap everything, or less, and then marry that transmission to this. But I'm using the same clutch that comes out of there. Okay. So hopefully the splines are the same. Yeah. And it goes in right in, no problem. Then we put it back on. So stay tuned on that. I give you our view on that. There you go, guys. Look at this. We already got all that out over there. In a minute, we're gonna start doing this one right here. This attached to this. See? Oh yeah. And then you can move with it out like that, and then you see the hose underneath.
It's this one.
Yeah. You can cut or you can move it. It's the same hose that we have over here.
Okay.
One of them had to be safe. So we're about to take on this one the AC bracket and all that. This right here is going to be moved. This right here is going to be moved. This right here is going to be moved. And of course the transmission with the whole harness. You're going to put onto that. But first we're going to have to go to AutoZone. We have to go to the zone to get a gasket for this. For that intake manifold gasket. And my dad had to get a fuel filter for that. And hopefully, it's not a fuel pump. Yo, what's going on, guy? Nobody want to talk? So, that's what it's up. Let me see, somebody send me a message. So yeah, this guy is a Volkswagen and Mopar expert. He's over here helping me out with the Honda, bro. I'm gonna convert him to the dark side. This motor is very easy to work on. This is locked up, unfortunately, but that one's not. You got that white CRX you can roll out.
Get that real quick.
All right, guys, we've been doing this from 7 to 7. We're done for the day. We do have the transmission right there. We had the flywheel to put it on. Just gonna leave the car in the air. And another day, another dollar later on, we do this. We got a couple parts coming. There's for the car. We have the whole back full of parts here and there. At least it's halfway done. And then as soon as I get this one done on the floor, then I start with the silver one up there. With that said, guys, thank you for subscribing. Hit like, subscribe. Part 2 is coming up soon. Peace.